And here's our stop. I can't believe we finally decided to go to thief school. I can't believe we've been putting this off for so long, but now we'll get to know how they work and what their secrets are.
Sounds really cool so far. Let's hurry up and get off the bus. I'm anxious to see what our schools look like.
The neighborhood here is pretty nice, so I think the schools will be okay too. Except you shouldn't pick a cheap school again. Hasn't life taught you anything?
I think it's gonna be okay this time. This is a thief school, not a normal school. I don't think there will be any difference in training here at all.
Well, we'll see, Mikey. Now it's time for us to go back to our schools. You go to the poor one, and I'll go to the cool and expensive one. We'll see who's the bigger thief. As long as I'm not late for my first class, I'm gonna have to do my best. She did a great job. I don't know what I had to steal to build something like this. Okay, I think right after the entrance, I need to take a right. That's where I'll find the locker.
Hold it right there. Where are you going so fast? I take it you're new. Let me explain the rules to you. The first time you come to our establishment, you have to pass a physical, because all sorts of things can come into this school, and only after I let you in. You can move on. You won't have any problems this time. It's your first time here. But from now on, please remember this.
Okay, I'll remember that. That's quite a defense system they have here. Even the school does a better job of screening thieves than the police station. You can tell the caliber of the place. All right, now I should probably get to weapons class. I hope I don't get called in late, because I'm not very good with gun models.
We're open. I'm telling you. It's open. Who's the slow thinker here? Oh, you're the new guy, huh? Well, come on in. And don't be late again. You can take any seat you want, but as soon as you sit down, come to the board. Tell us everything you know about guns. I think you're a pro for not showing up on time.
That's terrible. I don't even have time to prepare. Well, I'll just have to improvise. I'll tell you everything I know. Okay, well, this looks like a gun from the 90s. It shoots exploding bullets. The magazine holds up to 7 rounds.
Basically, for the first time with no preparation, you answered pretty well. Even though you gave the most basic information, it's not bad. I advise you not to be late for my lessons and to read additional literature. And then you will do well. And for your answer, you'll be rewarded.
Wow, they pay for the answer with diamonds. That's very nice. You can tell the school has money to support us. I wonder how Mikey's doing. I hope he's doing okay over there.
All right, it's time for me to get into my school. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but I'm hoping the inside will be completely different. Anyway, I'll check it out soon. I think there should be a guard at the entrance. There's a lot of secret stuff here, so it's important to check on visitors. Although, as I thought, the security leaves a lot to be desired. Even better, I'm already late for class, so I gotta get my stuff from my locker and get to class. It's a good thing they have lockers. It's not a poor school after all. As I recall, my first class is lockpicking. Too bad there's no class signage. I'll have to guess. There's not a lot of doors, though, so I'm sure I'll find something. I hope I don't get scolded too much. All right, I'm only 10 minutes late. Sorry I'm late, can I come in?
Who are you? You think you can afford to be late for class? We may not be a wealthy school, but that doesn't mean we don't have discipline. Next time, I'll just keep you out of class. Be thankful I forgave you the first time. So, today's topic is diamond locks. As you all know, they're very hard to pick. But if you try hard enough, you can do it with a wooden pick. I think our new student would love to show us how to do it.
Come on, Mikey. You can do it. I've picked a lot of locks when I wasn't in JJ. The only problem is, the lock here is diamond, and my lock picks are wooden. That makes it several times more difficult to pick. One wrong move and the lock pick breaks. That's terrible. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Alright, that's enough trying. You could have just said you can't do anything. It's a waste of time and lockpicks. They cost money, you know. Anyway, I figured it's best not to call you. So just stay strong and listen to what I'm telling you.
Okay, but don't yell at me like that. If the locks and lockpicks were of the same quality, I'd be able to crack the door.
When's the end of class already? Here it comes. That means I have to rush off to my next class. And since recess is short, I have to go now. I'll learn everything I need to learn at home, so I'm off. Yeah, it's a pretty big school. You have to run to get to class. I wonder what we're gonna do there. I'm told they have a special approach to learning. I can't wait to see what's in there. I think I'm supposed to go through that door in the distance. I wonder why this lesson is set in such a far room. Maybe it has something to do with physical fitness.
Well, hello there. I'm your teacher in the art of stealing.
As you might have guessed, just robbing is wrong. You should always evaluate items and only decide based on that information whether or not you're going to take them. So you'll have 30 seconds to memorize the location of the most expensive items in this room. Then you will leave the room, and you will have 30 seconds to pick up what you think is the most expensive. The higher the total, the better your score will be. I think you can do this.
How hard it's turning out to be. Who would have thought 30 seconds wouldn't be enough for me? And I have so much information in my head now. I just have to remember to bring my computers. They're supposed to be the most expensive.
Okay, time's up, so follow me. You can only rely on your memory now. Do your best and show your class.
No problem. I think I have everything I need memorized, so as long as I have time to pick it up.
If you're ready, we can get started. But be warned, once the doors open, there's no turning back.
It's okay. I'm ready. So, where to start? Right. There were a lot of computers along the wall, so I'll get them first. Electronics are always expensive after all, and I should also get all the televisions in the room. They're pretty big, so they're expensive too. I don't have much time. I didn't think it would be this hard. It's terrible. There's literally no time left. Then we should at least get the beds. I think because of their size, they'll cost a lot too. I think I screwed up pretty badly. I could have gotten a lot more items if I wanted to.
I have to admit, you didn't do too badly. Let's see what you took from the room. I've had students who couldn't take anything at all. It's because they panic. You're well prepared in that respect, and I appreciate it. And look how much stuff you have in your inventory. You even took 3 shelves of TVs. That's the first time in my memory.
I also managed to get a bench and a bed. If you think about it that way, I actually did pretty well, but I think it could have been better. Anyway, it was my first time.
And he was very good. Well done.
And here's the end of the lesson. Bye, everybody. I'm off to my next class. And by the way, you guys were really boring. I am so sick of sitting in this class. Basically, we spent an hour talking about lock variations. I hope the next class is more fun. Plus, I was told it would be physical activity oriented, so at least I can get some exercise. Except the office is almost at the other end of the school. I don't understand who designed this building.
Who opened the door to my office so abruptly? Oh, you're the new guy. Come inside quickly. And remember, no one is allowed in here without my permission. Even the principal is knocking. You think you're cooler than him? I don't think so. Okay, let's move on to your assignment. As you may have realized, you have to complete the obstacle course in half a minute. It's designed to be relatively universal so that we can understand the physical potential of our students. It's pretty clear you're weak, but try to pass, maybe you'll surprise me. And remember, you're not in charge.
While I have time, I need to take a good look around. I'm only gonna get one shot at this after all. I'm comforted by the fact that I've been through some real disaster strips where your life is on the line. So I should be able to do this in less than 30 seconds. Just watch your step and don't be in too much of a hurry. All right, let's go. At first I thought the lane was too easy, but then it turns out you have to pack up stuff along the way, and you don't get extra time for that. They train us to be thieves after all, which means we have to get everything done in the shortest amount of time possible. Well, I can do it. So far I seem to be doing well on time. That's awful. I fell. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the finish line. According to my calculations, you can't fall at all on this obstacle course to make the time. I'm so screwed. Maybe they'll give me a second try. It's my first time here. Why don't you forgive me for one screw-up?
Terrible. How awful you must have been to get through that obstacle course. And it was as easy as it could be. Don't you ever forgive me for trying again. It's clear you're the worst of the worst. From now on, you're banned from my class. I couldn't teach you anything anyway.
Why is everyone so mean? So what if you didn't get it right the first time?
Look how much money you have. I think it's a school record. So you're good, and you can go on vacation.
Thank you very much. I think we should stop by the cafeteria. I can grab a bite to eat and take a break from class. The last one was really tiring me out after all. I was told the dining room was around here somewhere. You could just follow the smell though. I don't think I've ever heard food smell so good. I can't even imagine how much money they spend on food.
Hello, if you've come to see me, you're hungry. Let me offer you some dishes that will help you satisfy your hunger and energize you. You don't have to pay because the school provides the money for the food.
That's so cool. Not only do you not have to pay for food, but you get to see what he looks like. It makes you want to eat it all at once. God, I can't believe a school cafeteria can be this good. It's not like eating bread, it's a real compassionate meal. It's now officially my favorite place in school. And it's so quiet. In a word, it's great. I'll have to thank the chef for such delicious food. Thank you very much. Everything was delicious. I'll come back again. Now I'm going to take a little rest. I think we can walk around the school and see how the other students are doing.
Well, it's time for lunch. I was so hungry I could eat a whole chicken. Although something tells me the food here will be the same as the training. Still, it's worth a try. Hello, give me something to eat.
Wait, are you talking to me? What makes you think anyone should bark at you? This isn't the cafeteria, but I do have something for you. I recently managed to get some rotten flesh and spider eyes.
That's terrible. And I'm supposed to eat this? I feel like I'm gonna get poisoned if I eat even one bite. He couldn't have given them to me raw, though. Maybe he'd at least roast them. Then I could still eat them. He didn't cook them that way. And that's why I took this food in the first place. I knew it would make me sick. Hey you, how could you do this to me? This food could kill you. Why don't you try it for yourself? You don't want to? Of course you do. You've obviously got some real food hidden somewhere. You're just a common greedy person. I'll report you to the director and you'll be fired, so you can start packing your things.
Then get out. I've got a proper meal. And if you don't like it, you can cook it yourself.
I will. And the food will taste 1,000 times better than his. I've got a good cook.
I was told to come to the exit, but why I didn't understand yet.
Anyway, I have a proposition for you. How would you feel about robbing a house? You got pretty good skills, so I think you can do it. Don't worry about it. I'll supervise you at first.
Wow, they're willing to take me on my first official robbery. Of course I'm in. I'd be happy to do any job that's put in front of me. I wish Mikey could see this. I wonder how he's doing. He's probably on a mission by now.
It looks like I'm gonna get a deduction. Why else would I have been called to the door?
Listen to me. You're gonna come with me now and not ask any more questions. Consider this your last chance to make it through. You and I are going on a real robbery, but you'll be working alone. I've been told you're not to be messed with, so I'm just gonna sit in the car and wait for you. If you fail the robbery, you'll be kicked out of school for sure.
You didn't have to hit me. I would have said yes anyway. Now I'll show you what a professional I am. Rob the whole house in a minute.
Look, we're not far from the house you're gonna rob. You don't have to worry about people. We've verified that there's no one in the house at the moment, so you won't meet any enemies there. And there's no alarm system, so you can rest easy about that too. But I'll give you a gun just in case. You never know what might happen to you. Your job is to carry as many precious objects as possible. But if anything goes wrong, you turn around and run away. Because if the police come, I won't be able to help you. And we wouldn't want to lose such a valuable person.
I hear you. I promise I'll be back as soon as possible with more stolen goods. Well, I'm off. Good luck with my case. Well, here I am, which means it's time to get inside this house. Except our school's agents were wrong when they said there were no guards or alarms. The whole house is literally littered with cameras and laser protection. It's gonna be tough, but I think I can handle it. First thing we gotta do is deal with the door. It's obviously locked, so I'm gonna have to break in. It's a good thing I've got a lot of experience picking these locks. It should only take me a couple minutes at most to open the door. Too bad I don't have a partner to keep an eye on the situation outside. Still, if someone sees me, I'm out of business, because the masked man is hardly the owner of this house. That's okay. Luck plays a big part in this kind of thing. I've had good luck with it, so as long as I open the door, no one's gonna walk down the street. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. I mean, it's my senior thesis, and if I fail it, I could be sent to retraining, or get kicked out of school altogether. But in the worst case scenario, I could go to jail, and then everything I've been doing lately would be for nothing. I guess it's best not to think about bad scenarios. I'd rather focus on the good ones and try to make them happen. By the way, it's going very well so far. Despite such a steep defense, it's very easy to bypass it. I don't think it was installed by professionals because it's too easy to get between the rooms of the house. And I understand there are some very rich people living here. First of all, they have a very large house. And secondly, they keep their jewelry in the most visible places. Do they really care that much? I think they're just very confident that their house can't be robbed, and they're wrong to think that. Because any building can be broken into, you just have to know how. But I wouldn't say it's too easy. I don't think the average thief could have pulled it off. That's probably why I was chosen, because I had the best grades in the class. I also have a lot of life experience, so the chance of me screwing up here is almost nil. But that doesn't mean I should relax too much. After all, if I so much as touch the sensor with my little finger, it'll start the siren. And after the siren, I only have 2 minutes to get out of the house. Because after that, there's gonna be a couple of squads of police standing around. I finally finished the house, which means it's time for me to get out of here, and I think I know what I can do it in. Of course, a house this cool has to have a car, and there's 2 of them, so I have some choices. I think I'm gonna go with the red Porsche. At least it's closer to the exit, so I won't make too much noise. Let's see how surprised my teacher is when I bring him the car in addition to the jewelry. I don't think anyone at this school has ever done that before.
So, you need to sneak into that house and steal as many precious things from there as you can carry. I don't care how you do it. It's the result that counts. And yes, if the police catch you, I'll leave you here. So be careful out there. I don't care. So do whatever you want.
Don't worry, I'll make it perfect. And that's because I've done this kind of thing many times before. The most important thing is that no one's home, or everyone's asleep. Then you can make noise and do whatever you want. You'd have to sneak in quietly, but I'm too lazy to spend that much time. So I'd rather steal everything quickly and run away. Because even if the alarm goes off, the police won't be able to catch up with me. After all, I have a comrade with me, who in case of emergency will pick me up in his car. It's a pity, of course, that he did not come with me. The 2 of us would have been much quicker, and I don't understand why they're so afraid to work with me. We've never had any problems with JJ, although that's probably because we've been friends for a long time, but it still hurts that I'm seen as some kind of threat. I'm actually the best student at this school. They just haven't realized it yet. All right, well, it's time for me to get serious. After all, if I fail this assignment, I'm gonna get kicked out of school, and I don't want to waste my money. Wait, why is there a man sleeping in here? I was told there didn't seem to be anyone there. I don't know who I trust, though. This is the same school that feeds spider eyes. No wonder their informants were wrong. Or maybe they told me that on purpose so the police would take me away. But I'm not giving up that easily. I've got everything under control for now. So all I have to do is get the money and get out of this house. Good thing this guy's a heavy sleeper. It's like you could fire a tank and he wouldn't care. Well, that's it. All I have to do is get out of the house and I'll be free.
Mikey, hands behind your head. You're charged with planned home invasion. You have the right to remain silent. You'll go straight to jail for what you've done. We advise you not to resist us.
That's terrible. They caught me. But how did they do it? I didn't wake up that man. And there were no sensors, which can only mean one thing. My teacher ratted me out.
Hey, I'm so glad it worked out. I feel so light in the head. Now I have to give back all the loot I took. I wonder if Mikey was able to complete his last mission, although I'm sure he did. After all, he's the friend I've been through 100 trials with.
So, it's time for you to hand over all your loot. But don't worry, I'm not taking everything you have. You've risked your life trying, so you can take some of the money you stole. You've taken a lot, so you might as well enjoy it. And that's it. You're a professional thief now. I'd be happy to work with you again.
I liked everything about it too. If there's any work to be done, you know my number.